the Saturday wrap, the Melty Saturday wrap for Saturday, the 11th of July, 2026. If there's a little bit of noise, I've got all the windows open, I've got a fan on, and I'm still a little bit glowing. The thermometer says 28.9 with 49% relative humidity, and it's going on at least until next Thursday. So, water your gardens while you can. Anyway, if you haven't seen this before, this was my week. The journeys, the meetups, the beer, the more meetups, the meltiness. Anyway, let us start with the word or phrase of the week, which was given to me because everything has turned into this. Everything is now iconic, or they are iconic, or the goal was iconic, or the event was iconic, or the review was iconic. Please feel free to use it. The weather is somewhat iconic. Anyway, app of the week. I was away, and I did use it a little bit, but for tracking people who are heading towards you, especially in London, Citymapper. It was like, this person is 2 minutes away. This person is 1 minute away. Here is this person. This person was here. I didn't, I think you can pay for it, but I just used the ad supported version. But if you're going to a place that's large and has lots of different methodologies for getting around Citymapper. Anyway, the thing of the week. The thing of the week was the Daily Tech News show, London Meetup. It was a bunch of podcast listeners with a technological bent sitting in a back room of an old Weatherspoons without practically any air conditioning, melting. Apart from a gentleman who used to be a pilot of F-18s in the Marine Corps. He just sat there and, yeah, he was fine. The rest of us melted. Although there was one other person who didn't melt. He had a cap on. Could have been the thing. Could have had ice in the cap. I'm not altogether sure. Thoughts of the week. Public transport. Compare and contrast. I was in London. Underground buses, water buses, overground, everything integrated in together, one price, everything works. Yeah, okay. Might not be the most reliable, but it's like, if you want to get people to use public transport, yeah, make it good. Make it available when people want to travel on it. I can't see that happening around here. We're certainly not going to have an underground in the lower Rumney Valley at all. But you can hope. Mind you, some of the deeper lines were somewhat massively boiling. There you go. And this was given to me as well. This is the song of the week. Location and temperature. London's Burning by The Clash. From an album called The Clash, their first album, 1977. When it gets hot like this, it kind of makes a lot of sense, real and metaphorically. Right. Saturday, the week that was. Saturday was Pride week. I didn't know, but it was like Pride all over the place, and there was like a concert and a march, and tons of people came into the Malcolm Uphill, and the Wi-Fi almost went down. The big problem was. There was no cascale or no guest cascales. The Cellar had a problem, I suspect, to do with cooling, and it wouldn't be fixed until possibly Saturday the 11th. Who knows? But for your camera members in Pride, this is not the best thing, to be perfectly honest. But that's kind of life. There you go. Sunday, started watching series 3 of Silo. It's on Apple TV Plus. It is wonderful. Rebecca Ferguson. I just wanted to go, and it's good, and it's really good. And I think there's a new episode out today, but I'm not sure. Anyway, had the week off. Monday, very early Monday, an iconic win by England. It was wall to wall all over the social medias, all over the mainstream medias. Harry Kane, Harry Kane, Harry Kane's interview. Yeah. Had a half day's Beano in Newport just to get ready to go away. Tuesday, MB05 2026, 3 nights in London, early morning train, which there was planned engineering works outside Bristol Parkway, so we went backwards and through Bath and Chippenham. Still arrived on time. What does that tell you about the amount of recovery time in the timetable? Anyway, kind of melted a bit. Checked into my Premier Inn, Paddington Dock, comfort cooling, really good. And I just collapsed. I just went to sleep. It was, there you go. But what can you do? Anyway, Wednesday, I've got to scroll down for Wednesday, one at space here. Wednesday, went south of the river. There is a Wetherspoons just by London Bridge railway station called the Sun Wharf. Tons of little nooks and crannies, big power sockets, USB A and C. Wonderful aircon. Good selection of beers. Yeah. The Wetherspoons are slightly warm. There you go. I met Mr. B. We beanoed hard. We had slight GPS problems, so we went north of the river when we were going south. We went to Borough Market. We went looking for open Bermondsey beer mile places which were closed, and then we found another one, and we nearly became doctors. Yeah, it was just like one of those things. Thursday. Thursday, we lost Bonnie Tyler. It's a shame. Welsh, Swansea, Mumbles, that sort of thing. And there was the DTNS meetup. You can't beat podcasts. Okay, to be a podcast, you really need an RSS feed. But to be a really good podcast, you need a community. It was a really good community. Really good. Calculators in Madrid. I'll say no more, but wow. Anyway, got home on Friday. The you must change down thing on the display in the car kept on, despite the fact the car was out of gear. There you go. And when I got home, my SE Mark III iPhone, which I use as a podcast player, it just shut down because of the heat. I can't really blame it. And the heat goes on. Anyway, comments are of course welcome. I will continue to rabbit on if I don't collapse from the heat again. Cheers and stay cool. Bye-bye.